have to sometimes ask myself, what makes it cool to keep going back to people who do wrong, who doesn't even look at you like you're a human being? Because if they did, they wouldn't do the things that they do. I was getting to the point where I felt like people, well, not people, let me say men, that a lot of men that I come across is heartless. But sometimes you have to realize that it's the energy that you put out is what you're getting back. And so I have to come to the realization that, okay, put it like me. I'm a very giving person, a very loving person, I try to be understanding, in my relationships, whether it's with family, friends, a mate. I try to be understanding and see things their way. But everybody's not going to reciprocate the same thing back to you. And I have to learn that. I went to Florida to visit this guy that did me wrong years ago. I mean, he was messing around with other women, messing around with one particular woman that he ended up actually marrying. And I want to say they got engaged months after months after I had just seen him, and it's so funny because the marriage seems like it ended up falling apart, and that's why he ended up calling me, talking about I've changed and I'm sorry, I did you wrong. And I knew it was bullshit, but you know how you hope that people maybe would have changed, because I had really liked this guy. I really liked him. And him and his wife, I guess they're getting a divorce. But I kept saying to myself, why would this woman do you the way that she did you? Why would she sit up there and take everything from you and damage your place? And I'm like, you had to do something to her. And he just kept swearing up and down, no, I ain't do nothing. I ain't do anything. It was like, I never cheated on her. I didn't do that. She thought that I was, but deep down inside, I know he probably did do it. I can't 100% say that he did because I don't really know. But I know that you did something to scorn that lady that bad, that she was that hurt, that she felt like she had to do something that would hurt you. But me being a fool that I am and trying to always see the good in people and trust people's words and stuff like that, my dumb butt sat up there and went to go see him and everything. The first night was cool. We hung out, we talked, we laughed, we ate, we did all of that. The second day, I spent some time with him, and he had to work the next day. And I was like, you ain't coming back. I'm coming back. He kept promising, I promise you, I'm going to come back. I said, nah, I got the feeling you ain't coming back. And guess what? My guts told me correct. He didn't come back. He tried to make an excuse for it. Then he tried to flip it around on me. And I was like, you know what? I told him, I'm done with you. Don't try to contact me no more. I said to him, I was like, I spent this money. I took my boys with me. I spent this money to, rented us a 2-bedroom, apartment style hotel. And, so my boys can have a room, and, we have our own room. And he was like, well, if you didn't bring your boys, you would have stayed with me. You wouldn't have been in the hotel. And I'm saying to myself, you act like it was such a, I ain't gonna say act like it was such a big deal, but I'm like, it was, my boys always, when we came to visit you, even when you stayed where I live now, we always lived, we always went to each other's houses. It was never a problem. And I was like, no, that's just an excuse. You know, he's like, I didn't get up until 4 o'clock, and then he started cooking, and then he just gonna go to the laundromat at like 11 something at night, knowing that you promised me that you was gonna come back to the room for my last night and spend the night with me. And I was just like, yeah, like I told him, I said, yeah, you ain't changed. You still the same, you know, just don't contact me no more. And I really meant it. And you know, sometimes you have to understand, maybe God is putting you in a certain predicaments in order for you to finally heal and to get over a person that you know ain't no good for you, that has no good intentions for you. Sometimes you have to understand that. It may be painful, it may hurt, but sometimes you need to be in that place in order for the healing to start, in order for you to start seeing a person for what they truly are, you know. And it's like, you know, I thank the divine for it. I thank the divine for the experience that I had, and you know, the hurt that I felt, the hurt that I, you know, still feeling, but I can also feel the healing process too. I'm also starting to let this person go out of my soul, out of my spirit, you know, every cell in my body. I'm releasing that person back into the universe. And I have no ill wishes on this person. You know, I want this person to realize the pain and the hurt that he causes these females that he play mind games with. Like, dude, you going on 50. It's time for you to stop this, you know. That's for the young folks, you know, but I guess age, you know, really has no number on, you know, how you treat a person and stuff like that. But I mean, I wish him well. I pray that one day that he realizes what he's doing to women and turn away from it and heal from whatever trauma that he went through to cause him this type of pain that he wants to constantly put on to other people. You know, that's it. You know, that's all that I can think that's what it is. It's just pain and trauma that he's dealt with and he hasn't healed from, so he's putting it off on other people, you know. And so I hope that one day he heals from it and he learns how to open up his self to the possibility of true love from a woman, and can accept it and understand it and cherish it, and you know, and try not to hurt it, you know, try not to hurt this person. You know, that's all I can, you know, really think of. But I just really had to get this off my mind. You know, I'm new to YouTube, and I feel that YouTube is also an outlet for me to maybe express my feelings and the things that I go through and go through my mind. And life is it's so short now, you know, and people are not living their lives to the fullest. They just work a job, come home, or take care of the kids. You know, we're not really, as moms, get to know who we are, get to know ourselves. And it's like, man, I'm 46 years old and I'm still trying to figure out who I am. You know, that's bad. But when you put your kids first and stuff like that, you know, you tend to forget about yourself and forget about what makes you happy and what you need to do to make yourself happy. And, you know, because happiness comes from within. You know, we can't look to other people for it. And I've done that for so long. And so, yeah, you know, thanks for listening to me. You know, hit that subscribe button if you want to hear more contents from me. And, you know, I'm looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you. Thank you. Bye.